cities, 2 countries, 1 shared hope. Improve the quality of life of a population, mostly women, living under the weight of poverty. A monumental task for any government or municipality, let alone one person. But that's exactly how the story begins, with the power of one. If the newspaper headlines of the Watergate scandal weren't sweeping your attention, it was disco, bell-bottom jeans, and the soaring price of gas. The decade of me, as it would later be called, focused on self-indulgence, leisure, and good times. Closer to home, the emerging manufacturing industry and maquiladoras would promise an economic boom for northern Mexico. In Ciudad Juárez, the city's population was swelling, but not everyone had it so lucky. The year was 1973. Under the crush of poverty were the poor daughters of Juárez. They lacked access to adequate health services, childcare, and economic opportunity. Their struggle would have gone unnoticed had it not been for another news headline of the day. Guadalupe Arizpe de la Vega read a newspaper article about an impoverished mother of 9, pregnant with her 10th child, who would try to kill her fetus by stabbing herself in the stomach. De la Vega went to visit the woman in jail and asked her why she did not practice family planning. Shocked to learn the woman lacked the most basic knowledge about preventing pregnancy, De la Vega helped her obtain legal counsel and began a quest to educate other women. She established the first community health outreach worker model, the Promotoras de Salud Comunitarias. In 1974, the first clinic providing medical care services is established. Hospital de la Familia opened its doors in 1976. Maternity services were not only available, they were affordable too. There were just 2 beds then. Thanks to you, there are 110 beds today. By 1978, Hospital de la Familia was recognized as Mexico's first healthcare facility to offer reproductive healthcare, counseling programs, and much-needed community outreach for children. In 1981, NASA launched the first space shuttle Columbia into space. Madonna was a rising star. Here, on Tierra Firme, De la Vega was quietly making history too. The Femap paradigm of health and charity was quickly becoming the model program throughout Mexico, and it was seminal to the creation of the nonprofit Federación Mexicana de Asociaciones Privadas de Salud y Desarrollo Comunitario, the Mexican Federation of Private Health and Community Development Associations. In 1984, De la Vega began promoting development strategies that would give women access to wealth, and by 1986, Femap established the first community bank program in the country. Fair lending practices, financial education, and microfinancing programs would provide direct financial benefits to more than 6,000 persons. Another exciting phenomena, women entrepreneurs. Now, women could care for their families and their economic future as never before. Meanwhile, Hospital de la Familia performed the first laparoscopic surgery in the state of Chihuahua. Generation X was bucking the status quo with grunge music. The cell phone was quickly replacing pagers, and a new word had entered the lexicon: email. For Femap, the 90s were a watershed moment marked by rapid growth and support on a binational level. Femap Foundation was organized in El Paso, Texas, to provide a link between the sister cities and both countries in order to address mutual economic needs and public health concerns. The Adair Margot initiative began, and the Femap School of Nursing was established in 1997. Its affiliation with the Universidad Autónoma de Ciudad Juárez would provide new educational opportunities for women and the promise of a better life. Today, the school has graduated more than 1,175 registered nurses who work in health institutions throughout the Paso del Norte region. By 2000, Oranges were engineered for taste, and everyone stayed in touch through Apple. The world would change forever on 9/11, and Juarez would suffer through the bloodiest of narco violence. A new century meant new challenges. Femap was there with new solutions. In 2000, the Juarenses por una Juventud Sana program was created to help Juarez's young people. Today, the program is instituted in 12 cities across Mexico. Because students who participate in after-school programs perform better academically, Femap implemented after-school programs in 2006. With the financial support of the Fundación del Empresariado Chihuahuense, FECHAC, Femap offers extended hours and provides a wider array of academic and health services to Mexico's most valuable resource, its young people. Today, these programs are officially registered by FECHAC as the ADN model, and its practices are implemented in several cities throughout the state of Chihuahua. Young people gain confidence, working mothers get peace of mind. But we didn't stop there. Femap followed through with a partnership with the Paso del Norte Health Foundation and created the Valorarte program. Under the guidance of international choreographer and educator Jacques D'Amboise, the Valorarte program uses dance to let children's confidence soar. Young minds discover an artistic expression and academic discipline they didn't know they had. 10,000 children participate in Femap's youth programs each year. That's 10,000 promises for the future. Health fairs began in 2003. About the same time, universities began aligning themselves with the Hospital de la Familia as a clinical teaching facility for nursing and nutritional studies, social work, psychology, and research. Today, we have academic exchanges with Stanford University, the University of Texas in San Antonio Health and Sciences Center, and the Women's Hospital of Houston. Soon, we'll welcome Israeli students from the University of Ben Gurion for 2-month internships. In 2006, our influence of change extended to the Mexico Ministry of Health, where the Social Health Protection Services, Seguro Popular, was written into policy. The initiative ensured Mexico's poorest families will not have to live another day without access to vital health services. In 2007, Femap signed a public-private collaboration agreement allowing it to provide medical services to beneficiaries of the system. In 2009, Femap's medical units were accredited by the Mexico Ministry of Health for the provision of general medical services and operations of a neonatal intensive care unit. Arab Spring, Occupy Wall Street, housing bubbles. Azarco is brought down and the new ballpark goes up. And a much-deserved CNN Hero Award. The world remains an ever-changing. No matter what the headlines say, our work continues uninterrupted. In 2010, Femap's mobile clinic rolled out with medical services to women living in Juarez's farthest off stretches. The mobile clinic provides early screening for cervical, uterine, and breast cancer. It also offers colposcopy screenings, plus cryosurgery and electrosurgery services. Our medical units and mobile clinics perform more than 4,500 colposcopies each year. As a result, 600 women with precancerous or cancerous lesions have been diagnosed. Thanks to these early detection efforts, they survived. Does Femap make a difference? No question. Challenge. Heartbreak. Determination. Hope. Triumph. And for decades, Femap has experienced it all. What was born out of the need to bring the best maternal and child health services to the poorest communities has grown into a dynamic, progressive system of essential services that today feature 2 critical care hospitals, a school of nursing, microenterprise support, and countless health promotion programs to the most disadvantaged people, including human and social development programs for children and adolescents. Our 40-year milestone is more than a number. It represents the dedicated work and love of 1,000 volunteer promotoras, 500 employees, but more importantly, by the generous contributions of supporters like you. Thanks to you, thousands of women and children and families will thrive because someone like you believed in the power of one. With your help, we can continue our mission. Let's continue the fight against poverty together until that decade comes when we celebrate the end of poverty forever.